Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's I, Dave Pumphouse, with another rendition of Operation Market Garden. Well, if you saw the last video, we weren't too convinced, were we? But it seems the morning of the second day, we may have just had a little bit of redemption. I ordered my troops to head over to Geldrop and see if they could scout out any particular crossings. Unfortunately, all these bridges just north of Geldrop have now been blown by the Germans. However, there was a valiant effort by the 32nd Armoured Brigade, thrusted by, I believe, the Welsh Guards, to take this little bridge here, just to the west of Eindhoven. So we have a bridge across the canal. It only took us an entire day to get here, but we got there in the end. And crossing it, we've captured some Germans. They're artillerymen that have been press ganged into fighting as infantry. So whether that is a sign that this particular division holding Eindhoven is maybe running out of troops, or maybe he just thought that there was no way we were going to cross at any point and left this kind of area fairly weak, and I think that's maybe what he's gone and done, because poor old Princess Irene's, they're now in by 10 a.m. in the morning of the second day. They're in the suburbs in Stratham, just south of Eindhoven, and they're supporting to their left the 151st Brigade of the 50th Division. We're going to let the 50th try and move in to Eindhoven. However, we are reliably informed by command that there is going to be a fresh division coming up the road in order to assist in trying to take Eindhoven, because we couldn't take it between the two of us. So they're shoving another, a third division into the meat grinder here to try and push forward. But as we've crossed the DM Bankenment Canal, the Eindhoven to Ganselwinkel Canal, let's call it that. It's probably got another name. We'll fix that in post. But we thought, okay, well, if this is kind of weak, we think there's probably a couple of companies ahead of us just in the eastern parts of Eindhoven here. But if we smash through and give up all our might, we might be able to head and spread out and exploit some kind of gap. So what we've got going on is we've got the 32nd in the blue dashed line. It's going through Opwetten, Neunen, Gerwen, and has been asked to try and take the half bridge that we think might still be open. There's a chance that they're going to blow it when we get there, and we're going to have our Elliot Gould moment just at half bridge, not at Son. We've got the King's Royal Hussars. They're going to come in next, and they're going to follow the 32nd, and they're going to make a left at Wettensund, and they're going to go up to Niederwetten, to Hooydonk, and maybe hang around here to see if they can cross at Son, because we think, or at least commanders said they're still hanging around here. The 101st is around here somewhere, but they're getting beaten up trying to hold this bridge for us. Those poor bastards. they weren't banking on me being a day behind So yeah, poor bastards indeed. So we're going to try and assist them by sending one company or one brigade's worth with the King's Royal Hussars. So they're like mechanised infantry, yeah, mechanised cav, fast cav, to try and see if they can at least back up the poor 101st that are holding Son Bridge for us. And then we've got the 5th Guards Armoured that are going to come in, and they're going to go up to Neunen, and then they're going to bear east, because our dear friend in the 43rd Division, he's looking something like this, but to his own admission he's a bit spread out, and we've got these tanks that I think were the tanks that came in last night at Geldrup, withdrew, and then are going for another kind of spoiling attack at Stiphout. Apparently he's a bit cut off at Stiphout, and he might even suffer a few guys coming over from Helmond, but yeah, he's in a bit of a sticky situation. Our corps commander did want us to send some guys past Mixaloo, or Myaloo as we've now learned it's called, because someone put an X in there for some reason, and everyone just started rolling with it, and they were like, yeah, got some Dutch guy on the team, and he was like, there's no Mixaloo. There's Myaloo, but there's no Mixaloo. So yeah, Myaloo. Corps Command wanted us to send a brigade to help out, but I'm going to take a gamble, because I am a bit of a gambler, and we're going to see if we can try and get to Neunen and make an eastward push that way, and try and see if we could hit these tanks in the arse, rather than get bogged down in the fighting around Stiphout and Brandevort and stuff like that. Our gambles haven't exactly paid off so far, but they're bound to at some point, right? They are bound to at some point. So we have to at least take our chances. So maybe this is the breakout that we've been waiting for. Eindhoven is, well, that's just going to be left to the reserve division to try and take and move up. But we're trying to exploit. We're trying to get our forces to get on the move. Because if they don't make it out, then we're running out of fuel. We have our resupply, or our supply dump, over here near Hykant, just south of Walra. We are going to be relocating it along with the artillery to Geldrup. Our supply officer has asked us to send it back to Leander, but I'm like, why am I going to all of a sudden make my supply dump an extra 3 kilometers longer? I don't get it. So we're moving it to Geldrup, and that's about it. The 50th Infantry, I think, is probably a bit more closer to Eindhoven now, and yeah, they're moving in, and they'll probably also try and make a dash to Wansel and up to Son, and maybe our King's Royal Hussars can help out there as well. But that's how it's looking. I think we're going to be reaching this hider to Harkins Canal, which will either make or break us, because if we get there by nightfall, and bearing in mind it's only 10 in the morning still, so yeah, we can maybe get here for lunch, maybe dinner, and hopefully a bridge along here is going to be intact somewhere. But if there isn't, then we're going to have to bring our little engineers that have just been sitting there sucking up the fuel. Just haven't moved at all in the last 16 hours. So we're going to try and resupply them in the next couple of hours and get them on the move, because at worst they're going to be blocking this new division coming in, and at best we can maybe get them to move on via Riel, and if the eastern side of Eindhoven is cleared out, then maybe we could get them up to Wettensund or up Wetten or something like that, and be in a fair position to maybe build a bridge if we need it. But yeah, we've kind of left them sitting there not really doing much, but that's how it's looking at the moment, and I'm sure in the next coming days, by the weekend, because we're looking at it on Thursday night on the 15th of Feb 2024, come the weekend maybe we'll have a decent report, and Guards Armoured will be on the move finally. We'll see you on the next one, ladies and gents. Take it easy and have a nice one. Ciao for now.